What's up guys, Dan here. I hope you guys are all doing awesome today. I hope you guys are all doing well. And in today's video, it's gonna be a great one. I'm gonna talk about 6 of the most powerful lessons that I've learned going from zero to building a multi-7-figure business empire. And it's funny calling it a business empire, but it's really what it is. I own multiple online businesses. I could have not even imagined, from the very beginning, when I was 20 years old, when I was 19 years old, when I was absolutely broke, I could not imagine that I would be where I am today. Until I started really getting into entrepreneurship and started to really get into the success mindset, learn all the success principles, and then until I actually got to it and told myself, hey, this is the only way for me to actually live and to achieve my dreams. So I've pretty much been working all day today, and right now I'm just standing here, I'm looking out at the sunset. The sun is setting out here. I'm incredibly blessed to live in such an amazing apartment right here in Vancouver, Canada. Even though I'm always traveling, I'm always moving. I'm actually moving out in a couple of months. I'm actually going to be moving to Europe, to Scandinavia, so I'm incredibly excited about that. I'm always the type of person that I always want to move forward and I always want to move up, because I've learned, actually, this is a lesson before the 6 lessons here. I've learned that you always have to get out of your comfort zone. You always have to make sure that you are getting out of your comfort zone, because if you are not, then you are stagnant. And if you're not going up in life, you're going down. So as I'm standing over here, one of the main reasons that I actually have this incredible penthouse apartment is this view. Literally this view. That's literally the only reason, because every single day I wake up in the morning and it reminds me to think big, right? You are what you think about all day long, every single day. And if you can change your thoughts, if you can change the size of your thinking, right? So we can be thinking in petty terms, we can be thinking in small-minded people terms, and that's how most people think. They think in the mindset of the 99%. And that's what keeps people poor, and it's what keeps people miserable. It's one of the most important things that I've learned ascending to the multiple 7-figure mark now, having become a millionaire at the age of 22, right? Which isn't everything. It's honestly a common goal that people have. I think that $1 million is like this goal that so many people have in the world. And of course it's great, but you really realize just how small it is on the scale of the world, especially looking out over the city here, right? All of these buildings, right? They cost a lot more than $1 million to put up. So yeah, perspective will always change, and these things you'll realize as you climb up to the top. But the very first lesson, let's go on to the lessons here. I felt like that was a much needed intro to the video. The very first lesson that I've learned is definiteness of purpose. Definiteness of purpose is everything in life. And if you can just commit to that one thing, if you can just become so single-minded that you start saying no to everything else except what you've committed to, and you only focus on one business opportunity, one goal, it can be multiple goals, but like one overall focus in your life. There always has to be one overall focus, main focus in your life. And what kept me below 6 figures, what kept me broke, and what kept me really just always wondering and stuck, always just thinking about when am I going to achieve success, is not having definiteness of purposes, not being focused in my life, is dabbling, constant dabbling, and constantly every single week becoming victim of shiny object syndrome, constantly thinking that, hey, there's a golden ticket out there, there's a golden business out there, and suddenly, it's going to make me rich, and it's not true, all right? So you have to realize that if you want to achieve big goals, big dreams, if you want to achieve your dreams in life, you have to be concrete with what you want, and you have to stay focused. If you chose one thing, for example, if you chose Amazon FBA, or if you chose Shopify dropshipping, you're going to start an online brand, you're going to start a YouTube channel, whatever it is, you're going to start a business, stay focused on that one business until you can honestly sit down and tell yourself, okay, I've tried everything, and clearly, the world is telling me this is not for me. So guys, the key is mastery. Mastery. If you can just like take away this one thing from this video, the 5 minutes that you've just spent watching this, like these 5 minutes will exponentially change the rest of your life, because now you'll realize that dabbling, right? Always ask yourself, am I dabbling? Am I like, constantly changing? Am I one day trying to do this business, next week trying to do this business, one day I'm doing Shopify, one day I'm like, no, I'm going to go to university, one day I'm doing this. You can't dabble in life, because what happens is the thoughts that you're giving out to the universe and what you're telling the world is, I don't know what I want, and I guess the results that I'm going to get in my life are also going to be of the exact same magnitude, right? I don't know what I'm going to get. And so that's what keeps people stuck So please, if you're watching this right now, and if you want to hit 6 figures, if you want to hit 7 figures, and if you want to really become successful in your life, you want to have abundance in your life, every single person needs abundance, whether they admit it or not. You know, so many people say, I don't need money, I don't need this and that. It's all, you know, you need money. Every single thing, like everything we're looking out at here, this all costs money, right? It costs money to live, whether you like it or not. It costs money to travel. It costs money to have freedom. And so that's what we have to do it for freedom. Now, lesson number 2. Be willing to do what others don't want to do so you can live a life like nobody else can, all right? It's so important because obviously most people, they don't want to take any risks. They don't want to start any kind of, well, I mean, they want to start a business, but they just don't want to put in any hard work. They want to have the business, they want to have the money, but they don't want to, you know, they want to all have it without the hard work. And unfortunately, or actually fortunately, life does not work that way, because in life, you always only get what you deserve. You must understand that if you put in the time right now, within the next weeks, within the next months, if you're out there reading books and you've really committed to self-improvement, self-development, because that's what it takes, right? The present you is not going to be able to achieve what you want to achieve, because the you that has already achieved those goals and dreams, it's a totally different you. It's the you that has gone through that hard work. It's the you that has gone through the things that nobody else wants to do, right? You're showing the world, hey, I want this. I want this, so I'm ready to do whatever it takes. And as soon as you switch your mentality to that, that's when you'll achieve success. So be willing to do what others don't want to do. And by the way, take a look at that. Isn't that incredible? It's so amazing. It's honestly like every single person watching this deserves to see this in their life. And not only this, but you know, whatever version of abundance, this to me is abundance. And every single person watching this deserves to have abundance in their life. And so with videos like this, I'm trying to get people to understand that it's not that difficult, right? But it just takes these principles, these success principles. If you apply them correctly, you'll get it. Now, lesson number 3, and this is very important. Help yourself before you help anybody else, all right? You, the way you are right now, are broken. I was broken. Before I achieved any kind of success in my life, I was $40,000 in college debt. I did not know what I wanted for my life. I was constantly dabbling, and I had no identity. I didn't know who I was, and I didn't know what my purpose was in the world, all right? I didn't know what I was gonna set out to do in my life. And that is how most people live. All right? So you must understand, you have to help yourself before you can help anybody else. Don't give anybody else advice, all right? Don't teach anybody else how to live their life until you've fixed your life, until you've fixed your broken self. Like I said, the present you cannot achieve the future you that is happy, that is fulfilled, that is, you know, rich, that is financially free, the future you that is experiencing freedom and abundance in every single sense of the word. So help yourself first and save yourself, all right, before you help anybody else. Focus on yourself. And you'll see that as soon as you start making some money, especially with an online business nowadays, you'll start, you know, seeing all of these people out there, your friends, your family, suddenly they're curious. Suddenly they're wondering, what are you doing, right? Like, can you teach me? Can you teach me? Except they have no idea how much hard work it takes. They have no idea that, you know, all these things that I'm talking about, they have no idea that it's a journey of self-development and not just a get rich quick, make money fast kind of thing. Right? That's what so many people, all humans are the same. So if you understand human psychology, if you understand all of these things, you'll see that it doesn't take that much to win. Right? In a world where the standards have dropped so low, you only have to do a little bit more than everybody else to really succeed. And now lesson number 4, set goals, and set such ambitious goals that everybody around you, when you tell them, thinks you're absolutely out of your mind, like ridiculously crazy. All right? So when I was completely broke, I told myself, one of the goals that I set was I was going to make $2 million, US dollars, within 2 years. And that's what I did. I actually made more than that. And so at the time when I set that goal, I was like, there was no way. Like, I was just like, I knew there was a way, but I had no idea how I was going to do it. And then I went out and I did it because I kept writing down that goal. And that's what you should do. You should, you know, set those goals. You should set a time limit to the goal. And then you should write down your goals every single morning and every single night before bed. Something that I've learned from Grant Cardone years ago when I read the 10X rule and Be Obsessed or Be Average. So you've got to become obsessed, like so obsessed with your goals that you gotta implant them in your brain, in your subconscious mind, that everywhere you go in your life, they're there. And every single thing that you do throughout your day, every single task is getting you towards those goals. nothing else. You should not be doing anything else that's not getting you towards those goals. And like I said, those goals can also be relationship goals, like meeting your soulmate. They can also be family goals. They can also be any other kind of goal. It doesn't have to only be money, right? Life is not only about money. And if you only, trust me, you'll find out, if you set goals that are irrelevant to your happiness, like Lamborghinis and all these kind of materialistic things, right? Nothing wrong with them, but they might have nothing to do with your actual real happiness, like the way that you are made, right? So you must understand that there's a lot more. So if you make the mistake that money is everything and that you should only go after money and not an amazing relationship, for example, with your soulmate, or raising a family or having an amazing family, having a great relationship with your parents, with your grandparents, all this kind of stuff. If you only focus on money, you'll quickly realize that you can't take money to the grave, right? So as soon as you realize that, you'll see, yes, money is important because money is a sign of reciprocal altruism, which means that you only make money if you help people, right? So the more people you help, the more money you make. However, there's a lot more to money in life. So right now, wherever you are, if you are trying to set a goal, and if you're like, okay, I want to make $1,000 a month online by the next 3 months, 10x it, $10,000 a month online, because you are the size of your thinking. Whatever you're going to achieve in your life is always to do with the size of your thinking. If a year ago, I was not writing down the goal that I was going to live in a beautiful penthouse apartment, the best apartment in Vancouver, Canada, in Vancouver, BC, right here in the city that I live, if I was not writing down that goal, I would probably be living not here right now. Even though I would have had the money, I would probably be living somewhere else in the worst place. So you must be incredibly ambitious with your goals. You must be so ambitious that everybody else thinks you're crazy, and you must constantly remind yourself of your goals. And when you're writing down your goals, for example, write it, I am so happy, for example, now that I'm living in a beautiful, $5 million penthouse apartment in Vancouver, Canada, for example, right? Or I'm so happy now that I'm making $30,000 a month from my Amazon FBA business. Or I'm so happy now that I am a millionaire by a certain age. That alone will completely change your life, I guarantee it. And now lesson number 5. You must become super disciplined, insanely disciplined, and you must start valuing your time. You'll quickly realize to hit 7 figures, right? You must value your time more than your money. And you also must realize that so many people in your life that you meet, acquaintances and all these kinds of people, they're going to be actually trying to steal your time from you without even knowing it. Throughout my life, like today, I had to bring the car, my convertible, to the Audi dealership, and like for some reason that took an hour, right? I had to be there, you had to talk to the salespeople, and they're just trying to make conversation with you. I'm like, no, I have to get back to work. So I'm just like, okay, right? So you must start valuing your time, because these people that are trying to steal your time away from you, they don't value their time the same way that you should be valuing your time if you want to hit 7 figures. They value their time in the 3-figure or 4-figure way, not the 7-figure way, all right? So that's what you have to understand, and you must start saying no to all these things that are distractions. And remember that every single time someone tries to take your time away from you by talking to you about nonsense and just useless garbage, you must understand that it's actually a worse thing than someone stealing your money, because they're stealing your life. And money you can always make back, but you can't get back your life. You can't get back your time. And now the last lesson, and this is a very important one. I think this will motivate a lot of you out there, that you don't always have to be right. All right? If I told myself that when I was just starting out, you don't have to be right at the beginning, I would have been so much more sound in my mind, because I knew that, okay, it's good to fail. It's fine to fail, because the faster that I fail, the faster that I'll succeed, the faster I'll get through the failures that I'm meant to go through in my life. I don't know how many failures I have to go through before I achieve success, but the faster I become wrong, the faster I show the world that, hey, I'm not right, I'm wrong, well, then the faster I'll become right. And the faster I'll hit the jackpot, the faster I'll hit what I'm meant to be doing in my life. So remember, you don't always have to be right. The faster you get through those failures, the faster you'll succeed. All right? So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have to get back to work. I've actually been recording the last part of the Ecom Freedom X update, where I've completely redone the Facebook ads section. It's actually insane. It's a mind-blowing Facebook ads section to launch Amazon products and to really just 10x your sales. And so that's available in the Ecom Freedom X course. So that's my Amazon FBA course, which has been very successful. It's changed the lives of thousands of people around the world. But that's what I've just been doing, just a little bit about my day here. So I have to get back to that. But videos like these, I love them, because mindset is the most important. Mindset is always the most important. You are what you think about all day long. Remember that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel. I am doing a MacBook giveaway. The link is down below. It'll take 5 seconds of your time if you want to win a free, fully spec'd, fully loaded MacBook Pro. Hope you guys enjoyed. Follow me on Instagram, social media, Snapchat. It's getting dark, so I have to go back, have to keep recording. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope this video finds you well. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.